17 of the NFL, and we've got high-flying offenses set to take off. It's the 49ers and the reigning AFC champs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson. They'll run on first down. James. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The numbers for James from last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got it. This is Ware. And some room to maneuver. Sheds off the tackle. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes them back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. We'll see how the rest of the game goes.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up, and it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's a special one there, I say they go get him.
Now Wilson. That's caught by Ware. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And running with power here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run it with James. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jordan. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
On first down, this is Adams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a stoppage here, as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. Capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami set to take over. They've probably got some adjustments to make, because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, they'll throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 1st down, Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On 3rd down, it's James. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Coup now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on first down. James. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. James. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely muffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that,
I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Back now in Miami. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Touchdown 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And Thomas has it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
2nd and 8 coming up.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
To throw again is Wilson. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
The throw over the middle taken in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Here's James. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's got it. This is Ware. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Second and 2. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. He was almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the 1st half. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half.